Just realizing I'm just Christian Bale looking at Chris Rock and I'm a fan of his, and that was it. So I had to go, Chris, I can't even listen to you anymore, all right? I'm just gonna stumble over here and do it and get back into being Bert, because nobody pays me to be myself. Everyone pays me to be somebody different. David O. Russell and myself did an insane thing of deciding that we would make a movie about three friends who get dragged against their will into this murder rap, which they're innocent of, but they're trying to prove their innocence as fictional characters based on real people, but then a factual event from American history from the 1930s that is absolutely stunning, and I knew nothing about, and most of us involved knew nothing about. We always called it Amsterdam. When we first sat down, and when David came around and looked at the history and said, you know, yeah, if they met in Belgium, and then you look at Amsterdam at the time, and he was really taken, and he said, you know, that's gonna be the place where their friendship really comes together. And so from the moment he did that, then him and I would always just say Amsterdam. And then for some reason, like, everyone started saying, well, what are you guys actually gonna call it? I was like, seems like a pretty good name. But even when everyone was calling it different things, I always just called it Amsterdam to David, and you know, eventually good things come to those who wait, and yeah, Amsterdam's a good title. Bert Berenson, you know, he's from Elmira in New York. He comes from a working class background, and he gets a scholarship as a doctor, and he meets a beautiful woman, and he makes the mistake of falling in love with her, and her dad is the one who gave him the scholarship, but he said, no, you're not meant to marry my daughter. So he sends him off to war, the Great War, in the hopes that he will never return, but Bert survives. But he comes back with many injuries, physical injuries, mental injuries, but he makes the best friends that are bonded in these times of strife. And they say to each other, we will be there for each other no matter what, and that's Bert Berenson, who I play, and it's Valerie, who Margot Robbie plays, and it's Harold, who J.D. Washington plays, and so these incredible actors. And that's the core of the film, is this friendship of these defiant fighters who refuse to be full of hatred or to give up on life or be nihilistic, and they remain optimistic. They love life in spite of everything that's happened to them. And David and I are very fascinated with that, of, you know, what you do with what life throws at you. We were filming it during the COVID surge in Los Angeles. We tested every single day, and amazingly, nobody got seriously ill, thank God. I never saw David other than his eyes. He's always there. I mean, literally, he's like, you know, tugging on my sleeve or hiding under my chair or hiding behind that wall, you know, throughout all the scenes. He likes to be right there next to the actors and talking with them all the time and changing lines and adjusting what we do. And we do very long takes, but we redo takes and we change it all up once we've gotten the script. I think it really shows in the film. There's this extraordinary performances. I'm a big Chris Rock fan, and I kind of had to start plugging my ears with him, because after a couple of days I started realizing, you know, I've been prepping this Bert Berenson character for years, and suddenly I'm just realizing I'm just Christian Bale looking at Chris Rock and I'm a fan of his, and that was it. And I was like, where's Bert? So I had to go, Chris, I can't even listen to you anymore, all right? I'm just gonna stumble over here and do it and get back into being Bert, because nobody pays me to be myself. Everyone pays me to be somebody different.